begin. All right. Time to start our class. So sit comfortably. Close your eyes. With your eyes closed, go ahead and make any movements seated to release any tension in the body. Sometimes when we come on the mat, we realize that the body might want to move a certain way. So we'll just take a minute today to see where you feel the need to move the body, to stretch it, either with the legs, with the upper body, whatever you need to just feel comfortable. So keep the eyes closed and see which part of the body you feel like moving or stretching right now. Is there any tightness in the legs, along the spine, maybe the neck or shoulders? Take your time to tune into the body, explore, so that you can come back to a very comfortable Sukhasana. We'll take a few more seconds. And slowly start coming back, settling down. Now notice tuning into the body, see how you feel in the body. We feel comfortable in the body when we actually don't feel the body much. It's almost like the presence of the body fades into the background. So whenever we do asanas and come out of them, whenever we've been moving around the whole day and just sit down or lie down, what is that feeling that makes us feel, say, relaxed? It is when you stop feeling the body much, or your attention is not going to the body. So when the body is light and easy, you don't think about the body. It's only when there is discomfort, some form of disease in the body, that all our attention is drawn to it. So notice the state right now. Notice the state of your mind when the body is easy, comfortable. Today's practices, the intention will be to go into the posture, seeing how far you can maintain the same state of ease. When there is a challenge in the body, we don't have that feeling of being relaxed and easy. So the practice might seem mild, but we will try to stay with that feeling of ease mentally and see how much we can take the body in or out of postures to find that same state of ease where you hardly feel the body. And this is another way of opening up the body. Very gently, but still opening up the knots. It might not be intense, but by releasing the knots and blockages in the body, you will still be allowing a free flow of energy. You will still be bringing the body and therefore the mind also to a state of well-being, ease, comfort. So as always, set the intention to be fully present with the body and the state of the mind today. If the mind starts getting restless because of discomfort in the body, take that as a sign to modify or come out of a posture. With that intention, let us now chant our 3 Omkaras. See if the belly is relaxed first. Is it expanding as you breathe in, contracting as you breathe out? And then take a relaxed breath in. We'll start with the chanting. See if you're still holding the body, light and easy. Are you mentally still comfortable with the state of the body? Now bring your palms together, rub them, cup your eyes and blink your eyes open. Let's begin with the legs stretched out. We'll just move the palms, fingers, ankles, wrists, and toes. So starting with the toes, and now make some ankle rotations, 5 rounds, and then 5 rounds in the other direction. And once you're done, relax. Then bring your palms to the front and move your fingers. Now making a loose fist, rotate your wrist. Remain aware of the whole body. Reverse direction. And relax your arms. Now you can come back to a cross-leg position. Observe the state of your body now. See how you're feeling mentally. Now bringing your hands to the side, you will breathe in and raise your arms up and just hold the hands there. Observe the whole body. We'll just stay here with relaxed belly breathing and start noticing if some discomfort sets in after a while. Notice where that is. Unless it's a sharp pain or something is not feeling right, the first thing is to see if you can be okay with that discomfort. Try to stay with your belly breathing, mentally relaxed. And if you start feeling the discomfort too much, see where you feel the need to adjust, where the body is feeling the need to move. Is it bending the elbows? Is it opening the arms out? If you start feeling restless, go ahead and make that adjustment. If you need to just maybe open the arms a little, go ahead. Do that, but see if you can stay with that mental ease. Today we are trying to observe the body carefully and see what we need to do to stay mentally the same way that we were sitting in Sukhasana, finding that Sukha in every asana. And when it feels difficult, if your arms are bothering you, see how you want to modify. You can make it simple by just maybe placing the fingers on the shoulders. Go ahead and modify so that your mental state is that of ease. So you can hold there with your relaxed breathing. Trying to get to the state of Sthiram Sukham Asanam. You will be able to find stability, ease, if you're not challenging the body too much. Now, this is not the whole truth. Of course, we challenge, but today we are only focusing on that aspect to see what is happening in the body and make adjustments if needed to find that mental state of ease. And slowly now, you can bring your hands down, take a moment. And this time, when we come out of a posture again, notice the state of the mind when the body relaxes. Now that state, we will try to maintain. Even if it means adjusting the body or seeing if mentally you can come to that same state, though the body is challenged. Now we raise the left arm up, lengthening upward. And we go into a lateral stretch, going sideways. So move this right palm a little away in line with the hip, and then slowly lean to the side. Now go at the easiest. Maybe you stop after 10-20 degrees. Are you still feeling that same lightness as your Sukhasana? You can keep your eyes closed so you can observe what's happening internally. Now with that same lightness, can you go a few more degrees into the stretch? Stay light on that palm, which is on the mat also. So keep adjusting every few seconds. If you're comfortable, going a little deeper. Or if you feel this is not feeling as comfortable as the Sukhasana, lift up a little and see if you can stay there. However easy, after a while, the body will feel the strain. So just observe and modify where you need to. Now, if the arm is feeling tired or numb, see if you want to bend the elbow a bit or move the arm a little more to the front. Maybe something is compressed, though it's okay for a while. Today, focus on seeing what will make it easier. Bending the elbow, moving the arm. Trying to find that ease. If you're feeling too much of a stretch on the side of the torso, Do you want to lift up again by a few degrees? Go to a point where you can stay with ease with your belly breathing. Gravity starts acting with time, which is where you might start feeling that heaviness, discomfort. If that's the case, move it. You can even raise the arm. Can you come back to that state of ease? Even taking the hand down is okay. Keep the body stretched. You're getting the side stretch on the body. Staying with your relaxed breathing, making adjustments as needed to find that state of ease. Now notice sometimes there is a lot of discomfort and we are mentally saying, I'm okay, I can stay here. If you really are fully okay, because otherwise then we will again be clenching mentally somewhere saying, no, I have to tolerate it. Can you breathe easy and say like, this is okay? If not, adjust. It's not about how the posture looks. It's about slowly opening the body up into the posture. The adjustments we make, because even for 5 minutes, you should be able to stay there. So go ahead, move the hand if needed. If you're comfortable there, great. Otherwise, whatever modifications you need to get some form of the stretch. And if you're comfortable, you can always take it a little deeper later. Even your neck position. We are not frozen in the posture. Constantly, we are adjusting to find that ease. And now slowly straighten up. Bring your arm down. Observe the state of the mind. Notice the state it comes to when you come out of a pose. That is the focus for our practice today. And now raising the other arm. Going easy. Start leaning to the other side. Like I said, you can go a few degrees into the side bend. Staying tall in the spine, active in the body. If you think the body is comfortable enough to go a little more, go ahead. Otherwise, stay where you are. Even right at the beginning, you feel like my arm is heavy. You can try bending the elbow, maybe keeping the fingers on the shoulder, different ways to make it easier, or even bringing the hand back. Still focus on lengthening the spine sideways. You're still getting the stretch on the side of the body. Constant self-reflection with the body. And it's not just up and down with the hand. Even sometimes moving a little to the front will release some compression in the shoulder area. See if that works. Wherever it's comfortable. Eyes closed. Just feel that you are all alone in the room, exploring how you can go into postures, maintaining that state of ease where you are not feeling the body much. Many times in the asana practice, we push the body. We may not be aware, but we could be clenching, tightening the muscles. So trying to bring that ease as you stretch in different ways. This is like a ball of like thread or wool which is knotted up. You can't untangle it by tightening and pulling. You need to be gentle, subtle to open up the blockages. So you have to loosen up to release any holding. It will have the same effect mentally also. Are you able to breathe from the belly? Adjust your head. Even the lower arm, is it feeling heavy? Do you need to lift up? Just a few more breaths. So see where you want to hold the hand, where you want to hold the spine, the head. And slowly coming back up. Release the arm. Observe the state of your mind. You can even stretch your legs out just for a few seconds. Observe mentally what is happening. Now sitting back cross-legged. Let's do a simple forward fold. Sit with the back straight. Bring your fingertips in front of you on the floor. And slowly we will start walking the fingertips. And see how far you can go. The same adjustment. At some point, your legs may start feeling heavy as the upper body comes down. Notice that. Maybe take a step back. Try to see where you can maintain that weightlessness. And with that, how much can you go? We usually stretch a lot more, though we are putting pressure on the legs. Today, go a little lighter. See to what point you can stay active. That the same weightless feeling of the Sukhasana you're able to maintain. No clenching. And if you think the state of the mind is the same, if you go forward a little more, go ahead. But whenever that changes, when you feel the challenge in the body, you start feeling that little discomfort mentally. So keep observing that. With your eyes closed, it's easier to observe. Are you feeling the same as in your Sukhasana? See how far you can go with that same state of mind. And know that by opening up the body very gently like this also, you are untangling a lot of the knots, blockages in the physical body. Focus on the state of your mind. Is it like it was in Sukhasana? Then it's okay to take the body a little deeper. But if it's not, move back a little. Constant awareness of the state of the body and of the state of the mind. We'll stay here for a few more breaths. So feel free to adjust. Even with this, see if you're feeling tightness anywhere. As you breathe out, feel that you're releasing those muscles, letting go of any clenching so that all the tightness releases. Observe the position of your neck. What kind of a release do you want in the neck area? Is it feeling better to hold it upright or drop it forward? Some stretches bring a feeling of discomfort, but some stretches, we know that something is getting released. So see if that is okay for you. If you can feel pleasant, content, go with the stretches. Last few breaths here, breathing in and out of the belly. And then you can slowly walk your fingers back. Straighten up. Is there any change in the state of the mind? The intention is to feel the same through whatever we are doing in this 1 hour today. Now stretch the legs out. Stretching it out on your mat because to take it forward. So a very simple version of the pigeon we'll try. So we can start with bend one leg to the side, the other leg in front of you. Okay. If this is comfortable, stay here. This leg can even be open out a little wider. And this leg can be folded a little in. So whichever position of the legs work for you, start from there. You can start by sitting straight and observing for a bit. And then you don't have to directly go into it. Then you can try to go forward. If you can, same like we did in the forward fold. Now, some of us are more open, so you may not feel anything. You might be feeling just like Sukhasana and you're ready to take it a little more. So in which case, from here itself, if you're comfortable, you can slowly see how it feels to take the leg back a little more, stretch it back, and go all the way to the pigeon. If it's okay, straightening the leg and lifting both the hips. So we start from, this is called the deer pose, where we sit like this. So let's start. If you think you can take it, the state of mind is the same, you can go all the way till here and go down. Otherwise, stay here, leaning forward to whatever extent is comfortable. So go ahead and explore. You can bend the right leg to the side, left leg in front of you. Start here. See if you need to adjust in some position. Now, if this only is feeling intense, it's okay, even if you have to lean to one side a little bit. Start at the easiest and see how you can allow those muscles, those joints to open up a little more. So if the legs are comfortable, you lean forward, trying to lean towards that front knee. Again, remember that same mental state as Sukhasana. Give it some time in each position so you know whether you can hold it for long, because sometimes a position might feel easy, but after a few seconds, you start realizing maybe there is discomfort. That little discomfort in the body is okay as long as your state of mind, if you remember your Sukhasana, your state of mind is the same as that in your posture. Maybe your left hip is on the mat and you just stretch the leg back. If that's comfortable, stay there. And maybe you can take your forehead towards the mat. If that's not okay, if you're feeling heavy in the front leg, stay on your palms. Stay as upright as you need to. And also, some postures may not work for everyone. So if you feel it's too much, you can always come out of it. Postures done on the mat are easiest for this kind of observation, seated on the mat or lying down, I mean, because you don't have to worry about balance. You can keep your eyes closed and stay only tuned within the body and the state of the mind. There are such small differences in whether you're just tolerating the pain or if you can allow it to be in a relaxed state. To see where you are, even if there's discomfort. Are you just pushing through it, though it's difficult? Or are you able to ignore that discomfort, still maintaining that state as in Sukhasana mentally? A last few breaths here. You can keep adjusting to find that comfort. You might take it all the way, which is fine. And after a few seconds, if it is uneasy, make it easier. And slowly time to come out of this. So if you're in the full pigeon, allow the buttock to go to the side. You can slowly bend the knee also. Straighten up, coming back to deer pose and gently stretching the legs out. Is the state of your mind any different? Just reflect. With the relaxed mental state, Now you can go to the other side. Bend the other leg first. Bringing one leg in front of you. Take your time. If this leg is a little far also, it's okay. If you can, take it backwards. Otherwise, it's opening sideways. That's perfectly okay. Which means you might be turning a little to the side, which is also okay. Whichever way you want to place your fingers and see if you can go forward. If just sitting here is already feeling a little intense somewhere, see if you can stay here, adjusting the leg wherever you need to. Maybe even leaning to the side so that there's not much tension. Whatever the easiest. Taking a few moments in each stage. Yes. If you're comfortable, over time, not right away, seeing if you can straighten that leg, the back leg behind. You don't have to, only if you're relaxed and easy. Taking enough time here also, if you're comfortable, to lift the hip up, come to the center, going into your pigeon pose. Otherwise, wherever you are, take time to observe. The minute the body is feeling some discomfort, or there are strong sensations in the body, if you try to stay there, you will notice that the mind starts getting a little restless. Then you start thinking of how long do I have to hold this? That is also an intent, what do you say? Let's say a clue to come out and make it a little easier. Indication. I wasn't getting the word. So keep making adjustments as needed. Today is all about self-exploration. Every day is, but some days we try it with more challenge to the body, some days with a little less, so you can see how your body is opening up. Use your breathing also to let go of any tightness. All bodily tightness, blockages, all, yes, I guess all is right, comes from something in the mind, some holding in the mind, something that has caused some clenching, tightening in terms of the mind and emotion. It is expressed through the body. So we start working in the reverse also. You start opening up the body. The mind also starts feeling freed up. Make sure you're observing, adjusting as needed. In case the mind is distracted, try to remember that state of mind in Sukhasana or Shavasana. If you're not feeling that, if something in the body is distracting, time to adjust the posture. So make sure it's comfortable for you. Stay here for a few more breaths. alert, observing the body, and modifying whenever you notice strong sensations to find that ease. If you're practicing the right way, there is so much happening even in this slow-paced practice. Slowly starting to come up, coming out of the pose, taking your own time, no hurry. Stretch your legs out, take a few moments. Was there a change in the state of mind? Were you feeling as easy? Which is a good thing. And now we lie down on the back, exploring the same with our twist. Lie down on your back. Bring your knees to the chest. Gently, you can place your palms either on the knees or behind the thighs and just stay there. Even this can start feeling uncomfortable after a while. If it is, then you can just move the knees away. So use this posture also to explore, especially on the front of the hip joints or wherever. If it starts feeling uncomfortable, move the knees away. See how you can make it easy. Every posture, we are working towards bringing that feeling of sukhasana. This one we'll only hold for a few breaths, but keep modifying, adjusting to feel good, to feel at ease. Like as if there's nothing happening in the body. If you slowly try to move your knees away, you'll notice that something might feel better than what it is right now. Explore and see. You might notice the effect it is having on your back also, the spine maybe. Slowly when you move the knees a little to the front or pull it closer. If your arms start feeling tired, you can even just rest your elbows on the floor. And now, either with your knees close to the chest, take your time to figure out, or with your feet fully on the mat. However you want to go into the twist, but trying to maintain that comfort. You can even keep your feet slightly apart and little by little tilt the knees. Take your hands to the sides on the floor. Wherever you start, if you're mid-air with the feet, you might want to go all the way. So let's all start with the feet on the mat. And slowly now, start tilting, leaning the knees towards the floor. Suppose you've gone only like halfway and it's already starting to feel intense, stay there. If you're okay, if you're able to release the buttocks and go all the way with the knees down, then go ahead. Explore how much you can go in that easy state of mind. Sometimes the full twist can actually bring a state of, it feels good actually, a feel good factor to it. If that is the case, go ahead. But if it's uneasy and you're trying to bear with the pain, come back up a little. You can even come up fully and then go back slowly, seeing where you want to hold. Relaxed belly breathing. Adjusting when needed. Aware of the whole body. And we'll slowly come back up to the center. Take your time, then you can go to the other side. Go gently in stages. Observe how all the muscles are feeling. If the twist is bringing a feeling of release, go deeper, explore that. If it is bringing a feeling of, oh, something is stretching too much, make it easier. Even just the top leg. If it's too intense and you want to lift it up a bit, see how you can find that same state of Sukhasana. Even your foot position, you can adjust if needed. As you breathe out, feeling that you're releasing any holding, any blockages, knots, tightness in the body. Slowly start coming back to the center. Bring your hands by the side, closer to the body. Gently hug your knees, pull them a little closer. Rock on your back side to side. And now, today's practice, we have almost practiced to be in Sukhasana. If you feel the need to just stretch out, be in Shavasana, you can do that. Or if you want to just sit up in a Sukhasana again, that is fine. We will just practice stillness, either lying down or seated. Whatever works for you. Adjust your posture wherever you feel the easiest and most comfortable. Let go of the body. Become aware of the breathing. You are not doing anything. Automatically, naturally, the breath is flowing in, filling the lungs, and emptying out. You are just the witness. Now, for a few rounds, let's make a little bit of effort to find that mental stillness. So once the breath is filled in, the body is satisfied with the breath in. See if you can pause there for a bit without breathing out, even if it's for a few seconds, and then breathe out again. When the body starts struggling or the mentally you start feeling discomfort, breathe out, allow the breath to flow out. Again, you don't have to push the air. You're just allowing it. Then breathe in and again pause. A very subtle, gentle pause without trying to clench and hold. Notice the state of your mind in that pause. Breathe out after a few seconds. Now, as you practice this, observe the stillness, the lack of any activity when you pause the breath. And see if you can continue to stay with that stillness even as you breathe out and breathe in again. Just like how we practice to maintain that state of Sukhasana while moving the body. Now the next stage, we are trying to practice how to maintain that stillness mentally, even with the breath flowing. So we practice that first by bringing those small holds or pauses after breathing in. And then even as the breathing resumes, can you maintain that stillness? One way to even imagine and support this practice, as if there is still water to the brim in a glass. As you breathe, there is a chance that the water will shake. Mentally, can you keep the breathing so stable and subtle, as if there is no movement in that water surface? The breath and mind are connected. When the breathing is uneven, causing a lot of ripples, the mind, which is like the surface of the water, is constantly in turbulence, moving. So by trying to keep the breathing subtle, gentle, we can keep the mind stable, steady, still, calm. Now you can let go of the whole, just the natural breathing, very delicate, subtle. The air also, as if a thin, fine thread is flowing in and out. You hardly feel the movement in the nostrils. This stillness, calming the waters. Only when the water is still, you can see the base, the bed, maybe the pebbles. You can see deeper into the water. So to understand our true essence, who we are at the core, just stilling, calming the mind for a bit will bring more clarity. So use your breath now to keep the mind as still, calm, relaxed as you can. Just for another minute, stay with this. Now trying to maintain that calmness, that stillness with the mind. Let us also start moving the body. Gently moving the fingers, toes, hands and legs. Take your time to move the whole body, maybe even give yourself a nice gentle stretch. Turn to your side and come back to a seated position. For the rest of your day, try to use this as a practice, that whenever you feel too many thoughts running or you feel the need to just relax, see if you can make the breath as subtle, gentle, and even to allow the mind to settle down a bit. With that, it's time for our gratitude practice. Take a few moments to think of the blessings you have in your life. Maybe one particular thing you want to think of today. We all have so many things that we are blessed with, that we should feel fortunate, lucky about. With that feeling of gratitude, take a moment to think of all beings in creation and feel that you're sending your love, compassion to each and every being. May all find peace, contentment, joy, sukha. Let us end with the closing prayer. Take a breath in. Loka samas samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. You can rub your palms actively. Feel that warmth and move that energy to your eyes and any other part that you feel like today. And then cup your eyes and slowly blink them open. Thank you. Take care.
Bye.